Melorpilia is here tonight. Woo. Woo. And then I think we just have, then I have to go down to the Solano supervisors. I believe we have Supervisor Brown.
Yep, that's here.
And Supervisor Hannigan, right over there. See you. And then from, I think that's all the Solano County Supervisors? That's it? Okay, from the City of Vallejo, Council Member, Vice Mayor Mina Lora Diaz. Council Member, sorry, it was raining, so this is all smudged. Council Member Verda Aliga. Councilmember Tina Ariola. And I think that's it for
Peter Benziger.
Oh, I'm sorry. Councilmember Benziger. I see it. Did I miss anybody else from the council? Nope. All right. Moving on. And then we have from the Vallejo City Unified School District Board of Trustees, we have John Fox?
Yes.
That's it? John Fox? Vice President. That's right. And then, Trustee Carlos Flores, over there in the green. Thank you. See, this is why I tried to do the recon before, so I don't feel like a total goof. And Superintendent Spalding. And I think he's up there in the stands, Superintendent Mitch Romeo. Anyone else? Anyone else from the trustees, school district? All right, and then I'll get down to the last but not least, the GVRD Board of Directors, starting with the chair, Riz. There we go. Board member Robert Brasinho. And we've got the two Toms, Director Jute and Director Starnes, side by side. I hope I got everybody. All right. Well, welcome. Again, this as people may not know, we used to have a gym, athletic center over on Mare Island. That closed in 2020 due to structural issues and some other items. And so we were on a hunt for a long time to find even a small gym or any kind of gym or any kind of space to house athletes do basketball, volleyball, pickleball, just something to have in Vallejo because we really didn't have anything. And Mitch came to me and he heard that I was looking for a gym, and I said, well, we're trying to buy something, but long story short, 3 years later, Mitch and I don't know how many hours we spent doing this back and forth, lawyers involved, and it almost didn't come to fruition. And I'd like to also thank Wendell Quigley for helping out, and Trustee Fox. Kind of the impetus of helping us get over that hurdle and actually coming to where we are today. Also would remiss if I didn't mention some of our GVRD staff who helped on this. There's a phase 2, which has to do with the fields, but Sal Nuno, our facilities director. Kim Pearson, our board clerk, and Jeffrey Morrell. So I think you're done listening to me, so now I'm going to hand it over to Supervisor Brown and take it away.
So time me, because I've been told 3 million. 3 million. 3 minutes, you can tell it's a Friday. And Super Bowl this week, Super Bowl's in a couple weekends, but it's football. I mean, it's the 49ers Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, one of those. I would invite Wendell Quigley and John Fox to come up with me, please. I'm a retired teacher of 39 years, and I'm looking at this gorgeous floor. When a community loses a school, it's not a good feel. But the fact that GVRD and the school district, which these guys will talk about in a minute, brought it back is an incentive for this community, and I am excited. And these guys will tell you about it, and we're going to be able to have like Friday night, midnight basketball, and the stuff that's coming up. I know you guys will tell about it. Anyway, I'm excited because I know how important a school is to a community. So thank you. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. This is very exciting to have a place for our children of Vallejo to come and be able to have a space, a safe space, after school to be able to utilize this empty space. I'm very fortunate that past board member Wendell Quigley approached me and said, let's get this going. Let's get Franklin utilized. We don't have the Mare Island Sports Center anymore. Let's get this going. So then lots of text messages, lots of phone calls, weekly to keep going. And then Mitch Romeo, through our school district, I mean, I gave him headaches, I'm sure, we got this done. And then also Wendell with Gabe, trying to get everything coordinated with lawyers and contracts, and it was a lot of work and a lot of time. But we did it. We did it. And I have to say also, with trying to keep going for more grants, to be able to have staffing and more programs. For me, when I was a kid, and I'm still a nerd, I was a nerd, and I'm still a nerd, and I never was in sports. I would fall over my left foot. I didn't know right to left. I still don't know. But I'm hoping eventually maybe even some rooms could be used for creative art or creative other things for kids that were like me, could perhaps have other venues or outlets to still have something to do after school or other times that they're not into sports. At least it's inclusive for all children to find their niche, to have a place, a safe place to be. So I want to thank Wendell, Mitch Romeo, and Gabe for all of us pressuring each other and working together and collaborating, and of course, Superintendent Spalding, to make sure this happened and going forward for our students and children here at Vallejo.
Wouldn't you know I have to follow that? Anyway, it was a dream, a reality that came true. Our kids have now something to do. I don't know if you know, we also got a very large grant from the Gavin Newsom to redo all the grounds on the outside. So it's an ongoing thing that be patient. This is just, it's beautiful. And I'm so glad that it's done. It is just the beginning. And I want to thank you all and thank everyone who helped me, John and them, because I really was on them a lot. I was at all of their meetings, so thank you.
So the next person is the city council person, Tina. Hello.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Boy, you got here just in time into this glorious gym, with the weather that we're having outside. I'm very, very excited to be here. This facility, this gift, really, from these two entities, the two districts, really shows what a lesson in collaboration can come together and make something happen. And sometimes that isn't always the case. There's a lot of push and pull or just not trying to get along together. And this is a very, very especially when you're going to repurpose a school. And if we can repurpose schools into something that's going to benefit the community, especially our children, then I think we should continue to go along that pathway and converting all derelict buildings into things that can benefit the community. As many of you know, I was born and raised here in Vallejo, and I attended this school right here in 1967 to 1968. There are many sock hops that I attended here. Volleyball inside when it was raining outside, badminton inside, indoor archery. I have a lot of fond memories. I was in the choir, I was in band, I was in the drama club, and of all things, student government. And go figure on that one, 50 years later, right? So anyway, I'm a very strong advocate for these kinds of collaborations. Congrats to all who made this vision materialize, and I look forward to its longevity for the future Vallejoans to enjoy. Pickleball, anyone? There we go.
Thank you, everyone. I'm William Spalding. I'm the superintendent of the Vallejo City Unified School District. And just wanted to thank you and welcome you here. The first thing I want you to do, or at some point during the festivities, I want you to take a picture of the floor because it'll never be this shiny again. I spent a lot of time working in high schools, and I can tell you this is as good as it gets. But that's a good thing because we want our kids in here playing basketball, playing pickleball, whatever they're going to be doing. When this place gets kind of worn, it means that it's being used, it's being loved, and that's a good thing. One of the things that I think Supervisor Brown captured pretty well is, lately in Vallejo and a lot of cities around the state of California, we've seen declining enrollment. We've seen fewer and fewer students. We don't have as many students in California as we did before. So there's a lot of districts who are going through the process that we've had to go through where they start going and shuttering schools. And nobody likes that. It's not a good thing, it's a bad thing, but it's typically something that must be done in terms of downsizing and keeping education affordable within the school district. But one of the things that I know that our board has really prioritized is when we have surplus property, when we have properties that are being unused, we still want them not to become an issue, a problem, blight, any of those other kinds of things. And the best thing that we can do with these is try to find other ways to use them, to repurpose them, to reutilize them. And so I want to call out someone in particular. He's been mentioned a little bit here today, Assistant Superintendent Mitch Romeo. And Mitch is the person in our district who oversees facilities and operations. And he's got a big portfolio. And I mean, he has a big real estate portfolio because he oversees not just the active schools in our district, but the inactive schools in our district. And he has been the driving force in our district to carry out the desires of our board to make sure that the land that we have, that the school buildings that we have that are not being used are being protected, that they are in good shape, and that they can be repurposed whenever we can. And so there's been a lot of work the last few years to repurpose our schools. This is one example. There's one you might have also read about recently in the Times-Herald, the Beverly Hills School, which is going to become a universal preschool program. I kind of wish they had called us from the Times-Herald because there's a much bigger story to that. It was a lot like this story, where it was 2 and 3 years of working together, building, different kind of lease options and agreements, and finally coming up with a sale, but always with our eye on the ball to make that space available to Vallejoans and to make that space available to young children and to have an integrated preschool program that everybody could access. So that's happening there. This is happening here. And I just want to say that this is the best of us. This is when Vallejo City Unified School District, GVRD, City of Vallejo come together, when we collaborate on behalf of this community's children. That's the best of us. That's when we're at our best. And I enjoy seeing that. I feel very proud of it. And I hope to see more of that. And again, finally, thank you, Mitch Romeo, for making this happen.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Chairperson Resolve Winter Liga for Greater Vallejo Recreation District. I want to thank attendees, distinguished guests, and proud Vallejoans because of your core values of recreation and health. Can someone tell me the definition of recreation? Fun. Enjoyment. Okay. Quote, resources and services provided for the purposes of leisure, entertainment, and recreational pursuits. Recreation is an activity done for enjoyment. Here is not only an example of a safe space that celebrates diversity, equity, and inclusion, it's the field and gym space made secure and accessible by our community. Can we give ourselves a round of applause? "50 years ago, my father went here for junior high school. And 15 years ago, I'm wearing the same GVRD summer camp shirt that I wore for basketball camp here at Franklin. I grew up going to GVRD parks, especially here for a summer basketball camp with Vallejo High School, along with driving over the Blue Bridge to Mare Island Sports Center for practice sessions, pro games, and to let off some steam. This place, as mentioned, is a dream come true. Just like my fellow Vallejoans and many folks in my generation, we were saddened when the Sports Center closed. As a former high school teacher at Jesse Bethel for 3 years, we needed this for our community. And this is the beginning, which will grow to be a larger place of gathering for our youth, seniors, and whole community to enjoy. The collective effort it took to prepare and open the gym to the public should serve as this reminder to our community. We must learn to coexist in Vallejo if we want to enhance our community to continuously grow and consider involvement in recreational activities. We must also look out for each other to remind our communities here to benefit from recreation, as it is an essential element of human biology and psychology. Health is wealth, and so is our community that we must care for. Thank you to VCUSD Vice President John Fox, former GVRD, my mentor, Vice Chair Wendell Quigley, our trustees, maintenance staff, recreation, and city with permitting. Special shout out to Superintendent Spalding, General Manager Lanús, because without your approvals and votes, this wouldn't have been possible. So many years in the making. Wins don't come overnight, they will come over time. This place will welcome collaborative ideas, finding common ground, compassion, and relentless advocacy. An example of thoughtful allocation of funding and improved access to local parks, education, and recreation. As we turn to the ribbon cutting, I will close with our GVRD vision statement. GVRD aspires to provide safe and world-class parks and facilities and creative, innovative, and affordable recreation opportunities. Parks make life better, and we are eternally grateful for your appreciation to GVRD as we celebrate 80 years as an organization. Can all the GVRD employees please raise their hand? This toast is to you for providing programs and maintenance to not only this area, but the 33 spaces that keeps our city healthy. On behalf of the Board of Directors, Directors Kennington, Starnes, Jute, and Burseño, thank you for attending today's event, and welcome to the GVRD Sports Gym.
All right, so we're gonna cut the ribbon now. So if you guys, or gentlemen and ladies, just take a step forward. Scissors are right there.
Okay, everyone.